Okay, so before I start my sharing, I would like to pose a question. Have you ever felt lost in life? Not knowing what is the right direction and not knowing what is the right action to do? Are you here for the gathering today because you're looking for specific answers? That is like the doubt in your life. If you're here looking for an answer from me, I fear I would disappoint you. So here's the reason why. Reflecting back to my high school, I realized that I'm always seeking for the right answer. I assumed that people, like my life path, would have a right answer because we're so used to figure out the answers in exams. So I insert that kind of mindset in my life that I believe that there will be a right answer for my life too. And then during university, I put myself into a lot of activities and all of the courses in order to seek for the answer. Sometimes I only sleep for an hour a day, and that's how I do. But I realized that during the senior year, I actually realized that I'm always seeking for answers outside, externally. And I never ask myself internally, what am I gonna do and what I really want? So actually, I'm lost. And I decided to stop looking for answers. Accidentally, this stop lasted for 3 years. So let's take a look at my stop journey. So during the stop journey, I discovered something. So at the end of the year of the last semester of my university, I decided not to go for looking for an intern and not seeking for any events to upskill myself. What I decided to do, I want to do something different. So, me and my friends decided to do something fun for Halloween. We dress up with large garbage bags, and it's like really low cost. And we paint ourselves on our face, and we wear like this and go to school. We are the only one who are accustomed like that and go to school. Due to the attire, actually we're late for school. And we're late for class. When we walk in the classroom, it looks like this. And I'm actually the one who's closing the door. So it's like really, really awkward because there's like garbage bags like swishing, the swishing sounds is over there. I was like trying to be really quiet, but can't. So it's extremely awkward, yet exhilarating. So it ends up that after this day, some of my friends come and tell me that they actually want to like have some fun during Halloween, but they're so feared that they're alone, so they decided not to do so. It's a missed opportunity, and there is a need over there that I realized. So me and my friends, again, we decided to do something fun for Christmas. So we decided to host a winter dress-up contest, and we actually take it seriously. So we are all matches, just because it's related to winter, and we're all matching. And so, and as we actually took it really seriously, we even create a fan page describing what the contest will be like. We customized creating a logo for ourselves, which is YOLO, like YOL. Since we want to encourage them that this is the last time for your university year, you gotta be brave to just dress up, to do something crazy. And then we even pay for ourselves to create some customized medals in order to give those who got number one. And eventually, there's dozens of friends who joined the event, which is really fun because actually no one really knows what we're celebrating for. We're just dressing up, and it ends up like we're all not in the same course. So if you're in a classroom by yourself, you gotta handle it. So it ends up like really fun. And during this process, I discovered something. I discovered that if I just do something that I enjoyed a lot, and actually, you can secretly drive the world to become a better place. So what I use is I drive my passion and utilize my passion to drive the society and make it a little bit better. You know what? And it all just depends on whether you want to do it, and you got the own priority by yourself to do so. You gotta prioritize what you want to do, and it will naturally happen to influence the world or the society beyond you. But it seems like a really promising start of my stop journey. Doubt starts to creep in. We can't deny that there's definitely peer pressures. As you can see, at the end of the senior year, friends are looking for interns, receiving jobs, and also receiving acceptance letter from university or master degree. I'm looking back at myself. What about me? I'm just doing something like Christmas and Halloween and not planning for anything else. I started to question myself that, am I doing the right thing? But fortunately, I got something that forces me. During this moment, think about yourself. If you see that your friends are all doing their own things in their real life, pushing themselves to a limit, and you're doing something like Christmas and Halloween, what would you do? At that time, I was also hesitating. I was also contemplating, what should I do? Should I also apply for a master's degree? Probably, since the main purpose is to alleviate my anxiety and also uncertainties. At the same time, it's pretty straightforward that pursuing a master's degree is something that you can fulfill the societal expectations. So it's pretty straightforward. But when I'm secretly preparing for my master, I feel a sense of reluctance and helplessness. I'm not really sure whether I'm doing the wrong thing. Why? I want to prove myself I'm doing the right thing, but it ends up I'm not really sure whether this is the right thing to do. So my stubborn nature tried to drive me and compel me to believe myself, giving myself one more chance to prove myself. So last year, I decided to prove myself. I joined, instead of going for all of my friends after graduate, they decided to go to the workplace or decided to pursue their master's degree. I decided to join a nonprofit organization called Global Leadership Organization. I took on the role of Social Impact Director. This is actually a new role in the organization. So there's no definite things that you gotta do. And I decided that I have one goal within this role is that I want to make something meaningful and impact the world a little bit more. But the challenges fell in. I don't know what to do and how to start. How can I start to make an impact? And how can I choose a field that I want to dig into deeper? As soon as I realized that this is something that I have, the problem that I met, my team and I realized that there's a lot of high school and college students who are also passionate to solve societal problems, make a better impact, but don't know what to do and where to start. So I decided to turn our problem into lessons that other people can learn from. So here comes Social Impactathon. Social Impactathon mainly includes 3 main content. Includes defining the problem, figuring out the solutions through a methodology and creative way. And at the end, we teach people how to build team relationships. And this is the main goal. The purpose is to inspire high school and college students, teaching them methodologies and logically know how to start and what to do to make a social impact, create their own social initiatives. So 3 years, I dig deeper into Social Impactathon, from 0 to 1, from nothing to, and eventually having more than five workshops, more than 200 applicants, and the other ones we got for more than 30 brainstorm projects that's going on. And then what's really interesting is that throughout this stop journey, when I'm stopped looking for answers quietly pop up. So what is the exact answer of my life? I realized that it's not a specific shape. Eventually, it's a manifestation of what I'm doing, what I like. And that is the answer. So after knowing the stop journey, finishing the stop journey, here comes the new journey. What's the new journey? I decided to go to University of Southern California for my master's degree. Then you guys might have a question. Wait, didn't you say that you don't want to conform to society? I decided to reframe my perspectives. Instead of choosing between society and my own path, instead of A or B, I want both. So how I see this is, actually, I can still do something that I'm passionate for. And then I want to leverage societal acceptance to amplify my impact. And this is what I do. So having this kind of mindset, I'm so excited, and people starting to ask me that, wait, why are you always talking about social impact? Why are you always willing to give back to society? And the reason is actually really simple, just because I realized that throughout my living, until now, I've been assisted by a lot of people in my life, especially my family, who gives me a lot of resources and also the bandwidth to have the flexibility to make choices. And what I want to do is to leverage that kind of impact that they have provided and make a bigger impact to the society to make sure that it's a maximum impact. So the purpose is really simple. I want to build a taller building so that people can gather together inside and see further together. And it seems like a really good journey and having a really clear mindset of my road in the future. So I have the really ambitious mind and adventure to go abroad to USC. Unfortunately, things doesn't go as planned. So after the first semester of my year, I decided to take a leave of absence. And I fly back to Taiwan. The reason is because my dad passed away. You can't avoid it, right? So at that moment, my world actually collapsed. And I don't really know what I want to do in real life. I feel kind of like somewhat foolish talking about the answer, the shape of my life, and talking about the impact. But at this moment, when in the end, I couldn't even take good care of people around me. So let's go back. I realized that I have a stubborn to figure out the answer in real life, but I actually ignored what I have right now. I'm always looking for something outside instead of looking at what's here, outside, like here right now. And that's actually a problem. So having the title, what I have right now, founders of Social Impactathon, majoring in social entrepreneurship, I feel like this is really ironic, because at that moment, I don't want to make any impact at all. I just don't want to, because I feel like it's actually meaningless and not powerful for me at all. So I pop up a question to myself: could I not make an impact if I don't want to? At the pivotal moment, I decided to give myself a bandwidth. If I want to make an impact, sounds good. But what if I don't want to make an impact? That's also fine. I don't have to. I take some pressure out of the societal expectations out there, because I realize that what is really important is that whether you are truly following your heart right now and feeling comfortable right now, and also whether you are aligning to what you're looking for, aligning to yourself, your thought, everything. That's the most important thing. So what actually matters the most are all those. What about answers? Is answer really important? You know what? I don't care it anymore. The reason is really simple. It's just because that I realized that I couldn't even control my life. So the fact is that there's no exact answer in real life. Just like what I've mentioned at the beginning, if you're looking for answers from me, you might be disappointed. Just because I will tell you that I searched it, and I thought I found it. And then at the end, I don't care it anymore. Probably someday I will carry it again, and I'll find it again. Who knows? But we're actually dynamic beings. Sometimes I believe that pushing yourself to the limit is the right thing to do, undoubtedly the right thing to do. But sometimes I feel like if you're giving yourself a space, letting go of something would also be right. People changes a lot. And with all those judgments, you will have your own rationale. With all those judgments, the fact is that we don't really know what. So the fact is that with all those judgments, we don't really know what is exactly right. So after all those mindsets and concepts in life, I just decided to let it go. When you're asking me that, what's next about me? Actually, I don't really know, and it's totally fine. When I'm thinking about the whole life trajectory, sometimes you might believe in me, sometimes you might not, and it's totally fine. You don't have to agree on my point of view because I am just one of the manifestations of life. And you are also discovering your life pathway. What matters the most for me, people will think about, okay, so there's no right answer for you, then what's for you? If there's no right answer, then what's next? My answer is really easy. I look back through all of my patterns in my life. I just decided to do something that I feel good about it. Think about the beginning. I hustle when I want to figure out the answer. I stop when I was lost. And what I do, I do crazy stuff when I wanted to, and I apply for master when I doubt myself. I gamble again to make sure that I can prove myself. I reform my concepts, my thoughts, when I realize that there's contradictions inside. And in the end, I let go whenever I don't want to, and I want to take a rest. You know what? What's really fun is that actually taking a rest is not for the purpose of having a longer journey. Taking a rest is just for the sake of taking a rest. I just want to feel good. So people will think, wait, feel good? That's really suspicious. But the reason is because I believe life is an infinite game. You're not going to go for a game and win it. That is not the purpose. The purpose is that whether you have the strength to continue to keep playing the game. And that's the most important thing. By having the strength, the purpose is whether you're doing what you like. So, if possible, I hope that when you're making choices, be more aligned to what you're feeling right now so that you can make yourself more like yourself. And if you have a capacity, make sure that you can use your enjoyment to change the world a little bit better. Make the world more like what you love. Agree or not, just like I mentioned, it's totally fine because I'm just one of the manifestations of life. But what's most important is that you live most of your life in your mind. So make sure the world in your mind is a beautiful place. Thank you, everybody.